Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And we're back out here for kind of our back nine, playing this tournament out here at Cheyenne Shadows on Fort Carson, Colorado, just south of Colorado Springs, Colorado, for the Destiny Project organization. So if you want to hear more about what the Destiny Project is, and you haven't seen part one, go back and check out the intro to that, and I'll tell you all about it. And before we move on here, as I record this narration here, we only need 2 more subscribers for the next hat giveaway. So if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, smash that subscribe button. Just 2 of you need to do that in order for us to do the next hat giveaway video, which we'll be excited to do. So without further ado here, let's talk about this 16th hole that we're playing as our 10th hole today. So, just another par 3. Kind of ironic, we started off part 1 with a par 3 on number 7, and here we are at number 16, also a par 3. So this one, as opposed to number 7, a little more treacherous, 184 yards, so a little bit longer than that hole was. And you definitely have a lot less room to miss. Obviously, force carry the entire way. And that stretches on to the right side of the hole, so you definitely can't miss that direction either. You do have a little bit of backboard support behind the hole, though, and you've got some room lateral and left to miss as well. So that's obviously the only places you can go if you're going to miss the green. So I'm saying a draw shape is preferred for this hole, without a doubt. And yeah, I would take the long club and maybe just take a little bit off of it to try to make the yardage and make sure that if you miss lengthwise, then you miss long. So let's give it a rip. I got the 8-iron in hand and see what we can do. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading off to the 7th hole. And a big par 5 that we've got in front of us here. Well, not all that big. It's only 499 yards. So actually pretty stock standard as far as I should say par 5s go. As par as is what I said before. I was like, oh, that's a odd turn of phrase for golf narration, isn't it? But anyway, the shape of the hole here is really what kind of makes it a difficult one. So very hard right angle dogleg left. And if you happen to miss left, then you're going to be in some real treachery. You've got a giant lake out there and a bunch of just really tall, just nastiness in between the end of the fairway, or the edge of the fairway, I should say, to the left, and the water. So yeah, you really don't want to miss left either. So, and from these tee boxes or the tips, which is just one back from where we are, it's going to take one heck of a drive to actually make that dog leg. So you're likely going to end up somewhere short of the dog leg. But the good news is that the big tree that will be in your way, that's kind of right there, just past the dog leg to the left, yeah, if you stay far enough away from it, then you should be able to have the ball flight to get over it. So not all that big of a problem, honestly. So you can get home into here for sure. But yeah, it's all about angles, I'm saying, on this hole. Obviously, if you miss right, then you'll have a shot to find your ball up on that sideboard hill up there, but that's some kind of nasty crabgrass as well. Although it's pretty well trimmed up there, or it has been every time that I've played this course. So, yeah, I'm saying that's probably the better side to miss, actually, is to the right if you got to miss. But, I mean, honestly, you just want to kind of put a nice safe drive out there. Try to get yourself a fairway lie in order to probably put a long mid to long iron, like maybe, I don't know, 5 iron on up at this green there after. Try to get on into, and if not, just have yourself a little chip shot to try to get up and down for that birdie. So when you do get up to the green, there's going to be a lone bunker off to the right. Not all that scary of a bunker as bunkers go, but all the same, I'm sure you'd prefer not to be in it. And yeah, for that approach shot, you're also obviously not going to want to miss left because you'll be flirting with that same lake. So let's give it a rip, obviously, driver in hand, and see what we can do. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading to the 18th hole that we are playing as our 12th hole of the day. So, pretty cool closing hole, I think, for this course when it plays normally, and you're not playing it in a shotgun tournament like we are this day. But another dog leg left here, but no water to worry about, so that's nice. But apart from that, you do kind of have some oddness up near the green. So, yeah, but off the tee box here, obviously you've got one bunker to worry about that's right at the corner of the dog leg. Pretty standard for most courses, I'd say. Yeah, a lot of course designers like to put bunkers right in that spot, as I'm sure most of you will know. But apart from that, yeah, you really don't want to drive it all too far. If you hit a straight shot here, high probability that you could drive it right through the fairway and end up being in some tall grass and have tree trouble out there long as well. Off to the left, however, you've got some more tall grass there, but you'll have the opportunity to shave off a considerable amount of distance on this hole if you happen to just smoke one over in that direction. So that's an option too. I mean, mind you, your lie is not going to be that great if you decide to do that, but if you're a player like me and you really don't care because you're used to playing out of lies like that anyway, then hey, you know what? That could be an option for you. So there's that too. However, you will also be flirting with some tree trouble in that direction as well. So I'd say the safest way to play this hole is just to take the right line or the center line out into the fairway there and give it your best effort to hit a nice high draw, get over that sand trap, and probably have about a 150-yard shot on into this green. And just take care of the bunker that you'll have just short and left of that green. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading back to the first hole that we're obviously playing as our 13th hole today. So, great opening hole here. Great hole to work out the jitters when you're playing this course in normal progression. Just a straight down the pipe par 4 at 390 yards from one up here. And yeah, I don't have the numbers for the tips, but probably just a hair over 400 there. So, I mean, kind of a lengthy par 4, but all the same, it's a straight shot. So that is what it is, right? And you actually have an adjacent hole over there off to the left. So, yeah, definitely that's the preferred site to miss. However, if you do happen to miss hard over there to the left, then you're obviously going to have tree trouble to come back in and attack that green. So I hope you can hit a high one if you happen to miss that direction. That said, though, it's a pretty wide fairway. I mean, yeah, I doubt you're going to have to really banana one in either direction there to not get somewhere in this fairway, or at least somewhere close to it. So I really wouldn't worry about it. Off to the right, however, you're going to have some long grass that you're certainly not going to want to be in. So just stay off the right side, and then you're going to be okay. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. Big old driver in hand. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are rolling on to the second hole, obviously, that we're playing as the 14th hole this day. So another dogleg left par 5, about the same yardage as the last one that we played at 501 yards from the one-up tee boxes here. So this one, you do have some treachery again off to the left, so you probably don't want to miss hard in that direction. Although if you do, fair chance that you're going to run into some trees anyway. Obviously it's going to take all your yardage away, but it might bounce you back out, so you got that. But if you do clear the trees off to the left, then you're going to be out in some weeds, which is, albeit better than water, like you would have faced on number 17. Let's see here. That said, pretty inviting fairway. If you hit a dead straight shot, then you might go all the way through the fairway as the hole doglegs to the left and then have some tree trouble and end up in some long grass that way. So if you can't hit a draw, then yeah, I would kind of lay up to the dogleg and then just have a long two-shotter on into the green. It's a par 5. That's fine, right? No big deal. If you can hit a draw, then definitely do that. Or take the line of the trees, just kind of skirt them to the right of it and then hit it right over that. You can definitely hit it as far as you like on that line. That's for sure. So anyway, once you do get up to the second shot or your approach shot, you know, whatever the case, when you're attacking the green, you're going to have one bunker off to the left, and that's pretty much all you're going to have to worry about, attacking the flat stuff. So, driver in hand, I'm going to try to pull off that shot where I just skirt the left tree line there, just to the right of them, and yeah, put the ball somewhere down the fairway over there. So, let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, so here we are in the middle of the third hole that we're playing as our 15th this day. A 440-yard downhill the whole way par 4, the number 1 handicap on this course. So, unfortunately on this hole, my camera overheated as I was just leaving the previous hole and getting ready to head up to this hole. So, yeah, I missed that little drive up to the tee box, which is kind of a neat little drive, and then of course I missed the tee shots, which is super unfortunate. So, but anyway, this hole we're actually hitting from my drive. I'm just going to narrate the entire hole here. Obviously, I missed the fairway to the right, but this grass is no problem to hit out of, so if you're going to miss, then definitely miss to the right on this hole, that's for sure. But if you want a fairway lie, then hit it more left than I did. So this is also my shot here. Bert just dropped one down to give it a whack, and he'll miss it over there to the left. So that's unfortunate, but at least he made the distance, and yeah, gave us a nice little read. So let's see what I'm going to do here. Yeah, so I'll just hit it with my purse. Yeah, there you go. And come up brutally short. And also miss it to the left. So that's unfortunate, but one of the other gents, they put it reasonably close for us to try to make this par. So let's see if Bert can clean it up. Nope. We'll just skirt that hole to the left, says Bert. Oh no. Can I do it? Oh no! I do exactly the same thing Bert does, so you gotta hate it. And you'll notice I'm not wearing a hat right now because I'm actually using it as kind of a camera umbrella to shield the sun from it so it can stay on and maybe not shut itself down from overheating some more. So that's it. So, Robert, for a little cameo shot here, let's see if we can save our day. Well, I guess I wouldn't put him in the shot if he wasn't, huh? Because it's not part of the video, actually. So, yes, he can. Look at that. So, no blood on the card there. Moving on to the next hole, this beautiful little squiggly uphill par 4. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading to the 4th hole, which is the 16th for us. Made it to our stretch for the day. And an uphill 353-yard par 4 is what we've got to deal with here. And like I just mentioned, kind of a squiggly one. So obviously kind of straight out and then dog legs to the left and then kind of curves back up to the right a little more to get back up on this green. So yeah, kind of neat. But if you're a big hitter, you can go right over that trap there and yeah, just pretty much play it as a straight hole with a little bit of forced clearance that's kind of down there. So there's that option too. And that bunker is not all that far down there. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to try to do here and give us a nice short sub 100-yard shot up onto this green. However, the green will be on a volcano for you, so the closer you get to it, unless you happen to hit a nuclear drive and get all the way up there, good luck with that. But, yeah, if you don't, then it's just going to look more and more uphill as you get closer to it. So, yeah, there's that. But, no worries. Driver in hand. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading up to the 5th hole in our final par 3 of the day. And just a nice pretty one it is indeed. Only 153 yards and downhill at that to get up on this green. And yeah, with the sharpness of this hill, it's only playing like 128 or something like that as I lasered it. So Yeah, pretty short par 3 indeed. And not a whole lot to worry about at all. I mean, you got that one bunker off there to the right, and that's pretty much it. Well, and then there's a bunker long left, too, but, I mean, yeah, that's it. I mean, you've got room to miss short. You've got room to miss a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit long. And the green is not all that bad to chip onto no matter where you are. So, yeah, it's just a no worries kind of hole. Just try to make the yardage. If you've got a laser, then I would highly suggest that you use it to know what yardage you're trying to hit. And if not, just figure it out. It's stripping about 25 yards off, generally speaking, is what I'd say for the slope. So if you come out here, there's your pro tip. So yeah, I've got the 52-degree wedge in hand. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are heading up to the 6th hole. That we're playing is our 18th, and as such, of course, the final hole for this second part of this two-part series out here on Cheyenne Shadows on Fort Carson, Colorado. So thank you so much for watching another video with us at Midgard Golf, and join us again for wherever we're playing next time. So this hole here, this finishing hole, kind of a neat finishing hole for this shotgun. But yeah, it's a pretty straight up hole, but it's actually kind of a blind tee shot. You really don't know quite what's going on if you don't have a lot of course knowledge here. So yeah, you've got that bunker there off to the left, and then after that, it just, everything kind of drops off. So you're like, I don't know what's going on here. What is this? But yeah, it's pretty much just a straight hole. So you're going to have a little bit of long grass off to the right there, and also again off to the left if you happen to snap one really hard that way. But all in all, the hole is pretty inviting up front there, and then it kind of narrows up as you get down, but it's really not all that narrow. So yeah, it is what it is. Once you get up to the green, you're going to have a lone bunker there off to the left, and that's pretty much all you're going to have to worry about for your approach shot. So if you can kind of hug the right side a little bit there, obviously you're taking that bunker more out of play. And apart from that, that's pretty much it. So let's enjoy this last hole and see what we can do. Let's check it out.